In this video, we'll discuss creator defaults. Creator defaults are used to add default values that limit the options a user can select when personalizing their background. For example, you may only want your background to have a pink or blue border because it matches the color scheme. You can do this using creator defaults. We have provided an easy way to edit these details using a handle as a visual reference and is very similar to what the user will see on the personalization side. To edit these settings, click the Edit Creator Defaults button. First, you'll notice two buttons in the top left corner, Designer and JSON. Designer is your visual editor and will show you in real time how your defaults will look. If you prefer to add these in code, click the JSON button. To choose between different categories of the designer, click the button below Designer and JSON buttons. This will display a drop-down list of different options. These options include PFP, text, background, QR, and other. We'll go through each of these options to get you familiar with them. The first option is PFP. This lets you set defaults for the PFP area of the handle. Upload test image lets you upload an image of your choice to see how it will look. This is especially useful when using the zoom option. Zoom lets you control the zoom and pan of the PFP image. Border lets you set one or more colors to limit the options for the user. To enable, click the toggle, then click the plus button, then click the pencil. Use the color picker options to pick a color that looks great with your background. We'll pick a few. You can add more by clicking the plus button after you've saved one color. Try to get a different color here. Finally, that. Once you save the color, you can easily delete it by hovering over the color and clicking the trash icon. The colors you add will become options that the user can choose from. Remember, the user has the option to turn off your settings unless you have the Force Creator Settings option checked. We'll talk more about this in the options section. Regarding the color options, most of the color select interfaces will behave this way. Some, however, are limited to only one color. The next option is text. This lets you set defaults for the text area of the handle. The text handle field lets you change the handle name. Use this to check your font for ambiguous characters. These are characters that look like other characters. For example, a 0 and an O can look very similar. We'll use cool as an example with a 0 as one of the O's. If these look too similar, your collection may be removed until this is fixed. Font lets you add a custom font. This needs to be a link to a WAF or a TIFF file. Color lets you change the color of the handle name. This is limited to only one color. We'll keep it white for now. Shadow option lets you set the horizontal, vertical, and blur of the text shadow. Add a dark shadow. Increase the blur. Ribbon colors lets you set the text ribbon which appears behind the handle name. This option has two features: gradient and regular. We'll start using the regular option. Add a few colors here, same as we did before. The gradient option will use your selected colors and gives you two additional options. A number used as a degree for the linear option and radial. can see as I change this, changes the look, or I can do the radial option. The next option is background. The background option lets you limit the colors for the handle image border. We'll continue our theme and just add a couple colors. The QR option is next. This lets you dial in the look of your QR code. Background lets you choose one color for the QR code background. We'll do a somewhat transparent white background. Dot color lets you choose the color and the type for your QR code dots. Types include square, rounded, and dot. We'll stick with a rounded theme with a purple color. Inner eye and outer eye are similar to dot color. The other option gives us additional features for our defaults. Remove $sign is used if you have a custom dollar symbol in the top right corner of your background. Notice as I change this option, it gets removed. Force creator settings takes away the user's ability to change personalization settings to anything other than what has been specified. This ensures users will follow your guidelines. We'll turn this on, so the user must use our defaults. The Asset Requirements option requires the user to have specific collections and assets before purchasing the background. Required Collection Policy IDs enables the ability to require a wallet to contain an asset from the policy and optionally starts with an asset prefix. This is how a project can associate a particular background with particular NFTs. Multiple values are treated as an OR match. Required Asset Attributes enables the ability to require a wallet to contain an asset that has a SIP25 or SIP68 NFT attribute that matches the key value. This would usually be combined with the above Require Asset collection. We will first consider metadata or datum attributes located in the attributes map. If not located there, we will look for any key value match on the root of the metadata datum. This is similar to the way CNFT marketplaces filter attributes. Multiple values are treated as an AND match. Note, for SIP68, SIP25 PFP NFTs, we can only validate on the front end and back end chain code. We cannot validate SIP25 data in a smart contract. Require Asset Displayed option is intended to be combined with the above two settings. If enabled, the user also has to select the asset to be displayed in their handle, not just in their wallet. For example, let's say a user must own a clay PFP with a red shirt in order to purchase this background. First, I'll add the policy ID. Next, I'll add the key value pair. In this case, we'll use the close attribute and use the t-shirt red. So again, in order to purchase this background, the user must own a clay PFP that has a red shirt. And again, if I want this to be displayed, I will have this option selected. Once you've finished adding your creator defaults, click the Save and Close button. Finally, click the Mint Asset button. For reference, please refer to our Background Creator Defaults PDF link in the description. This document has all the available creator defaults with the descriptions and available options. You can see that here. Thanks for taking the time to learn more about the Marketplace features. In the next video, we'll show you how all of this will look on the Handle Me website. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us in Discord.